the city today is actually more, there's more people going around, there are more cars in the streets, more or less, a little bit more shops are open. I just moved from the city center to the west, the southern part of the city. I have something to do over there. I haven't been around much because I was a little bit busy. Usually I go to my office in Janzoor, which is just about 25 kilometers outside the city. But I talked to colleagues at the office, and everything is fine, and in our school there. The city is quieter than it used to be 5 days ago. It has been like this for the last 3 days. Yesterday it was even, in some parts it was even more crowded, more people are going out. Some government departments are working, others are not. Some schools are open, others are not.
So from what you're saying, Mr. Fetouri, there is some semblance of normal life, business as usual in the capital city, Tripoli, of course, being Colonel Gaddafi's stronghold. Do you sense that Gaddafi might be struggling to reinforce his position in the capital city, given that he's been promising salary raises for public workers, taking measures like this?
Yeah, well, if there is any reinforcement in terms of military reinforcement, we have not seen any inside the city itself. I mean, I'm talking about the diameter of something like 20 to 30 kilometers in all directions. We haven't seen any. The main roads that lead into and outside the cities are manned. They have manned checkpoints by the military over there, and they are usually they just check who you are and where you're going, and that's it. And but I haven't seen any reinforcement per se in terms of military reinforcement. I wouldn't say it's life as usual, but almost, you know. I would say it's, if it's in a scale from 1 to 10, I would say it's around 6 or 7.
Mr. Fetouri, eastern Libya reports seem to suggest that that is firmly in the hands of the opposition, and they seem to be making inroads now into the west of the country. We understand that oil production, oil output out of Libya is shrinking. It's been cut by 1 million barrels, 800,000 barrels a day, given which estimate you choose to follow. What have businessmen, officials been telling you? What have you been able to gauge in terms of the medium to long-term impact all this is going to have on the economy, on businesses, on companies?
Well, I would say, you know, the outlook for the economy is quite grim. I would say it's quite bad because, for instance, most of the major projects that have been the infrastructure projects, the roads and the like, you know, that have been carried out by foreign companies, especially the Chinese, the Brazilians, they have left already. So there is a huge kind of project near our school, which is the highway road, costs millions of dollars. It's completely paralyzed for the last 5 days or so. I haven't seen any single worker around that area. The same goes for the import and export. There's a shortage of supplies. Supplies are available, but there's a shortage because the businessmen usually who do the import, most of them are worried and afraid, and probably they're trying to save their money away from the country. So the outlook for the economy, regardless of the oil exportation, which is of course remains to be our main national income, regardless of that, it's quite bad. I would say it's hard to put an estimate in terms of figures, but it's quite bad.
OK, well, you know, it's great to get your thoughts from someone who is on the ground, obviously very plugged in. Mustafa Fetouri, MBA Programme Director for the Academy of Graduate Studies there in Tripoli, in Libya. Thank you very much.